Ausland, Market, pursuit of life. Up there. Anybody who's studying the research can find out that fasting is only one small part of Ramadan. It's really about focusing on prayer, remembrance of God, but most people would prefer to do it. This is what that Ramadan day looks like. If you still think this is easy as skipping lunch, yes. 5:15, time to go to Miami. No sleep, no food, no water. Ew. JFK, 6 a.m.
X-Men versus Street Fighter.
I can't believe I get to see you. Alright, bro. Yeah, I love when black people think my name is Stevie-O.
Here you go.
Up the glass.
I get a shot of the first before they get creased in 5 minutes. Going back to Miami, I've been there a couple weeks. My wife has been there. And I got a son at least, from Caucasian male. I need to look Mexican again. Also, my sister's coming and she's been pressuring to hang out with me. I haven't been spending with family time. Family goes first. Please lines open. Where do we go? Miami.
Ready.
Fight. Where are you headed to? DR.
Up the glass. Up the glass.
Good match, sugar.
Your line is supposed to pick one of the dogs out, so it's like 4 and 12 minutes. While you're taking this.
Good match, sugar.
I think we gotta do all this because Israel did 9/11. We gotta go.
Ready.
Ready.
Fight.
I think one of my life goals now is to have a situation like that with Miami. At least 5 cities around the world. Apartment ready, a life, you know, a wife, got the car, the front, got the closet, just ready to go. 5 places around the world.
Cage of strike.
One thing I've been thinking a lot about this Ramadan so far is patience. I didn't get to eat after dinner last night because I streamed and then it was time for my flight. So I haven't eaten anything since about 7 p.m. yesterday. It's 1 o'clock now and I can't eat until 6 o'clock. I just had a big breakfast with my cousin and my sister. They were munching acai bowls, salmon wraps, strawberries with cream, coffee. I'm just like, this is good. And now they're chilling and lounging.
Cage of strike. Royal.
Patience makes you think so much more. Just now, they're going to change their thought. They're going to stand my face. I'm standing there. Just
Here you go.
like you're at the line and your hand starts clenching. Just take a breath. I say this the same this was really stupid. Skipping much, but that was the end of it. It's about patience, it's about prayer, it's about remembrance, it's about being Quran. Ramadan is much more than just fasting. And so far, early on into Ramadan, the benefit I'm receiving has been appreciating and learning patience. Patience is a virtue.
Ready.
Mon ami.
Fight.
Is legitimately NPC world clutch.
Cajun strike. Kinetic card. Kinetic card. Cajun strike.
Never seen anything like that. Just an NPC
Cajun
character.
strike.
Yes.
Kinetic card.
got the state book.
I was talking
I don't know. Got sequel on that.
Are you telling me those people right there, are they real?
Cajun strike.
Like right there, are they conscious of what's happening? Tell me something. Crazy what your body's capable of. Running on 2 hours.
See you, shit.
I also have a Turkish YouTube channel. I also have for 2022 review of my podcast.
Twitter? I don't use Twitter, man. That's all I got. It's Twitter. This is right there. Literally like a block away. 30 minutes. That's what's wrong. Yeah. You got some vitamin D bars. I haven't gotten sun in a month. Was that? We can get on a walk. I look at the map. It's Venice.
Come on, mon ami.
Fight.
Kinetic card.
Good.
Cajun strike.
Good.
Kinetic card. Kinetic card. See you.
Here you go.
Ice check.
Kinetic card. Cajun strike. Cajun strike. Charging. Cajun strike. Kinetic card.
Spiritual state. Mission.
Kinetic card. Kinetic card. Kinetic card. Kinetic card. Kinetic card. Kinetic card.
KO. Juggernaut. Win. I'm unstoppable.
I love Japan. I'm thinking Japan every day of the week and twice on Sunday. But I feel like you guys need bigger homes. When you
want to stay in Japan, it is basically impossible to find a normal-sized home. Even for living, it's notorious for having these extremely cramped apartments where only one person at a time can take off their shoes at the entrance. Japanese apartments feel like those cave diving videos. But while we leave, I actually found one where I could stay that was about 13 square meters. And Japan's streets were so different. It's like nothing you've ever seen. I was staying in Sangenjaya, and I was like, damn, this shit looks like a video game. And I realized, holy shit, this is from Persona 5.
Power up! Power! Power! Juggernaut punch!
Japan, it's like I'm traveling to a planet. Literally nothing is the same. It's because they were so isolated from basically their entire history. So basically, they took no inspiration from anyone and just made shit on their own. It's a very big contrast to Europe. All of Europe was influenced by like 3 empires, and nearly every single country looks the same. Everything is different in Japan. Their homes, their traditions, the people look different. It's like being airdropped to fucking Jupiter. You might think it's weird now, but when you're actually there, it's even more weird. And people all drive on the wrong side of the road. Anytime I was in a car in Japan, I was like, apartments in Tokyo were biblical punishment for fraud because Konami cancelled Kojima's game of PT. Trying to find an apartment in Tokyo that's considered livable by international standards is like trying to find a politician that is not pedophile in the US. It's like I just kept looking and looking and I couldn't find anything. The average apartment in Tokyo is 20 square meters or 250 square feet, including the bathroom. I stayed in a bigger one at first, but then switched to a hotel room. 13 square meters. That was what I could switch on them. It's literally called double swap. In a small place like this, it's like if you try to live on a house. Growing up, I really did not understand how good my Soviet comic book was because it was by far not a big apartment or anything, but I was able to put my comparing this shit to the countries I used to live in, which is ridiculous. It's like all these countries used to give a fuck about their own people. Like the US, New York apartments that cost 1.5k to rent for a month for a one bed. Like Tokyo, like London, like man, y'all have money and life standards. What is all this? If you're rich enough, you people should be able to live in at least a one-bedroom apartment, man, for a decent price. Believe it or not, these couple looks from the outside, they're all crazy enough. You go inside, it's the best apartment you've ever been to, and I'm very glad that we saw brought these same standards for on your day as well. It's just so good, it's horrible for a lot of things, but the apartments are so much better than the West. Today, the new apartment buildings that get built in Warsaw, Tbilisi, Kyiv are all decent sized, and nobody in the post-Soviet world lives in 13 square meter flats. Definitely not the median person. But you know what they don't do? Japanese toilets. You guys know where I'm from, especially when you go to the rural areas, man. I've shot in places you motherfuckers can't even imagine.
Up the flat! Up the flat! Up the flat! Hadouken! Shoryuken! Hadouken! Hadouken! Shoryuken! Hadouken! Yeah! Cajun strike!
Let me see.
Up the glass! Up the glass!
Win! So you just drink it. And after about 4 zeros, suddenly.
You're unstoppable! Yes!
The wheel. Even Sekiro Shadows that twice. I'll show them the Japanese metro because this metro defies all odds.
Up the glass! Up the glass! Up the glass!
Complete bullshit like you know Shaban in German. This metro is the cleanest, most comfortable, most peaceful metro I could have ever imagined. It's genuinely perfect. The most insane thing is, in the Tokyo metro area, there live around 40 million people. That's more people in California and Canada, all in one city, and somehow, most of the time, you can still find a free seat on its trains. Obviously, there are still some videos of the metro in Tokyo being crowded, but guys, like 98% of the time, it's not like this. It's impressive for me personally because I live in a city of around 1.2 million people and the metro looks like this all the fucking time. Tokyo with 40 million people feels like it's a small train for a village. Going from America to Japan is like going from monkeys throwing poop at each other to a royal family. It's like Parasite the movie, like going from the broadcast basement to that rich family's house. Nobody's carrying a gun, nobody's freaking on the subway, no ICE agents snatching people up on the street and putting them in camps, and it doesn't feel like this, like New York. Also, going outside of Europe or America basically means side questing, whether you want it or not. Someone will come up to you and talk, even when you don't want to. And then see the old man saying, "Whoa," and you laughing and smiling as you to me this airport telling me to take a passport to a friend in Poland, or just people coming up to you for some bullshit. In Japan, there is no fucking way anyone even talks to you if they don't know you, or if you don't initiate a conversation. There's actually no chance. Throughout 2 weeks, the only stranger that has talked to me was a lady who wanted to take pictures of me and my friend, and she was Chinese. That's it. Little side note. I don't know what it is, but people from China are extremely talented in photography. In China, if you ask someone to take a picture of you, you might as well have given Vince Gilligan a camera, because you will get the most beautiful, most symmetrical, and eye-watering picture of yourself you've ever seen. It will be like a picture that you have as a profile pic on every social media platform. Also, Japanese people are so nice, it's insane to me. But throughout my stay in Japan, one thing was torturing me, man. I was thinking, man, these people are so nice. And like Akira, it would just not leave my mind. Like, you're telling me these cute people did this? But it is also pretty frequent in Japan that they will charge you more for being a foreigner than if you were a local. This for obvious reasons, such as you can't read Japanese. So, because of that, some restaurants will take advantage of you, and when they give you a check, you will find some surprises on there, such as extra food or drinks you didn't order. And it's very surprising because they give you the utmost respect and smile at you and treat you so kindly, and then scam you. Not in all establishments, of course, but it's still weird. They give you the Gaijin tax, you know, the foreigner tax. Also, you can't smoke on the street in Japan. You will get fined for smoking outside, and you can't smoke inside either because there are smoke detectors. So, to actually smoke, you have to go into a little cut corner that's located all over Tokyo, so you don't get fined and you can legally smoke. There are also some bars that allow smoking inside, so it's insane to me. Like, you can't smoke outside, but you can't smoke inside in some places. It's ridiculous. Another ridiculous thing about Japan is, like, I think they are 100 years ahead of everyone because they use these amazing bullet trains. They make so much technology, and generally they're known for being so tech heavy. They're basically responsible for the cyberpunk genre, but sometimes they're not in the mood for all that because the bureaucracy is insane. Even when you enter the country, you have to fill literally like 2 or 3 documents out, like what you are carrying and some other stuff. And the government offices, they use fax machines, and they were using floppy disks up until 2 years ago. Floppy disks are so old, I have never seen them in my life. I was born in 2001. I've only seen CDs and shit, and VHS, and their government was using floppy disks up until the dictatorship of Syria ended. Because of all this bureaucracy, having any change or reform in Japan is basically impossible because it's all run by like 100-year-old Japanese conservatives, and everything is based on seniority, which is how impressive it is that the CEO of From Software, he has to be the first person in Japan to transfer to a different company in a low-level position and become become a CEO in 10 years. By Japanese work culture standards, that's nearly impossible. And also, people talk about overwork in Japan, and I was half expecting the streets to be just filled with salarymen passed out drunk. But honestly, it's not that common. What is common though is them dressing so cool. I was getting out-dripped by Japanese salarymen, bro. You're gonna get out-dripped by a Japanese homeless man. It's ridiculous here. Everybody has an amazing sense of style, especially the young people. Along with dressing, they're very good at a lot of things. Basically everything except making kids. And if you play games, you know that American games compared to Japanese ones are just slop. Americans make shit like Call of Duty and 2K. GTA doesn't count because they release one like every 20 years. The Japanese are over here making Sekiro, Bloodborne, Metal Gear Solid, Resident Evil, Silent Hill. These are ridiculous. This is a crazy lineup to have and to come out of one single country. And generally their whole culture export is so big. It's like Tbilisi, Georgia and Tbilisi, Japan, and everyone loves it. But guys, I can't lie, it really is that cool. Not only are the cities extremely clean and safe and organized, you can get to anywhere in Japan with public transport, but also every city is just filled with things to do. You can go be butt-ass naked in the onsen, you can enjoy your nerdy interests, every single artist comes there for a tour, you can have amazing food too, and food in Japan is like tasting that one childhood food you loved every single time. After going to America, I was thinking, oh okay, so only Georgians have good food basically. Nope, soon as ramen in Japan touches your taste buds, you are filled with pure euphoria. It's like tasting food for the first time. The Wagyus, man, even the shit they sell in Family Mart and 7-Eleven is genuinely such high-tier, healthy food. And those are supposed to be like the slop, you know? The thing is, I really like Japan, but if they keep going like this, they will not make it. We need a new generation of talent to give us Naruto, JoJo, Berserk. I want the future to experience peak, just like I did. So this is the plan. Start building bigger apartments in Tokyo so people don't have to live in 20 square meters. Kids want to do some shit like run around sometimes, you know? They want to do the Elon Musk thing. You can't do the Elon Musk thing in 15 to 20 square meters. And the government is trying to bullshit when it comes to raising the birth rate. Like they're trying everything when the answer is extremely simple. Just get bigger homes somehow. It's you and the government, not me, man. I can't expect me to tell you how to do it. Start sending land to an island or something, you know? Look what your neighbors do. Also, if you're a new viewer, I'm gonna let you know a little secret. I'm a bit passportly challenged when it comes to visas. So I needed a visa for Japan too. And I would like to thank the consul in Georgia for giving me a visa, even though I was not prepared for it at all. Basically, what you have to do to get a Japanese tourist visa is get like 1 trillion different documents and then go to the consul. And I thought I was going there just to deliver the documents. I was not aware there was gonna be a person standing there asking me questions about my intentions to travel to Japan too. So I came very unprepared for that. The woman there asked me what I want to see in Tokyo, and I couldn't think of anything else. So I said, I want beer. I can guarantee this is the first time anyone has mentioned I want beer while applying for a Japanese visa. So then she told me to come back in a couple days. And the thing is, they don't even tell you if they approve your visa. They told me to call them back in a couple of days, and then I called them, I asked them if I got a visa, and they told me to come and see, basically, into the consul. Bro, you're right there, man. Just tell me, please. I've been waiting for this for like a week, but I did. So thanks a lot to the Georgian consul of Japan for being so nice and cool. Anyways, Japan is goated. I know you enjoyed this video, so go ahead and click the like and then subscribe with the notifications on. YouTube is dry as shit now, so it would be better for you to get some bangers on your recommended, you know? It's better for both of us. So, goodbye.
Your life is
No, I hope all these games fail. You got me, High Guard devs. We spend thousands of dollars on this hobby every year because we...
Like all like the glue that remained back, and then I had to like re-polish it, like the top, and then I had to like with a file to like get all of that like scuff off of it, and then I had to like oil it and stuff.
There's gonna be a busy drop.
Oh boy.
Wait, where are we dropping? Was it right below us?
Dropping tilted. Alright.
Well, the thing about dropping there is like if you win the fight, you come out so stacked.
I'm gonna take it to the far side.
Looks like
No one else
two teams. No, there's people here. They're going far side. They're going right. They're going like here.
Okay, that works. Oh, I see the road. Below us. We're real far below us, I see.
X-Men versus Street Fighter. You got one. You got one.
Here you go!
X-Men versus Street Fighter. Gene Slice. Gene Slice. Gene Slice. Optic blast. Optic blast.
Here you go!
X-Men versus Street Fighter. Double kick. Shoryuken, 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 Shoryuken. Shoryuken. Tornado Claw. Ikide, Shoryuken.
Here you go!
X-Men versus Street Fighter. You got way. You got way. You got way. You got way.
Here you go.
X-Men versus Street Fighter. Snake Boo. Snake Boo. Snake Boo. Snake Boo. Snake Boo.
Where these words hold little to no meaning anymore. It's so bad that when someone's holding racist or Nazi online, people immediately like, oh, what funny joke did they tell? But ladies and gentlemen, we don't appreciate They're not saying anything. Also, makes you a racist Nazi. For the few of you watching this channel who are employed, there's a very popular Twitch streamer named Emerald. She's a cosplayer and just kind of a fun, chill, normie video game streamer. Well, the other day, someone in her chat asked her her opinion about ice, and this is what she had to say.
Like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to, like, say their opinions on, like, important topics. I get that, right? But it's like, if you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
In a world where it seems like every single celebrity is just screaming their political takes completely unprompted, this was a refreshing thing to hear. Seems like a pretty sane, rational, inoffensive thing to say, right? Wrong. This short little clip where she ironically tried to avoid controversy ended up being one of the most controversial dramas this year. I feel like decades worth of news has happened in the past like 2 months, don't you? Every day there's like a breaking story of the most insane shit you've ever heard in your life. And everyone is expected to have a fully formed opinion on every single breaking story. There's pressure to react, to pick a side, to condemn, to defend. But the reality is, when a story first breaks, we're usually not seeing the full picture. And that's why for years now, I have been using today's sponsor, Ground News. So let's quickly give them a shout out before we jump into today's video, shall we? Ground News is a website and an app that lets you see how news stories are being covered all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of political bias, ownership, and headlines that helps you understand the full story and really make sure you're getting both sides. They really make it fun and easy to compare headlines to see how political bias and media ownership can affect the framing of a story. For example, let's take a look at this one about how RFK admits he used to snort cocaine off toilet seats. If you look it up on Ground News, a right-wing headline covers it like this: RFK revealed why he wasn't scared of COVID. It was a legendary answer. And a left-wing outlet covers the same story like this: Robert F. Kennedy Jr. doesn't fear germs, and his reason is really, really gross. Same story, completely different vibes. The Ground News feature I like the most is the blind spot tool. It shows you how news stories have been covered by only one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other. For example, here's a story about how Hillary Clinton says migration has gone too far. Rare Hillary Clinton W. Suspicious. 37 sources covered it. 91% of those sources were right-wing, and only 4% were left-wing. Interesting. Or this one about how middle-class Americans are selling plasma because of financial pressure. Americans are selling their blood because they're so poor. 71% of the sources that covered this were left-wing, and only 14% were right-wing. I have been using Ground News for like 5 years now, and I am obsessed. It is one of the first apps I open when I wake up in the morning. It really helps me stay informed and helps me keep up with the news for my videos. But don't just take my word for it. Even the Nobel Peace Center recognized Ground News as an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. Best of all, I am currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all their amazing features. This comes to only like $5 a month, which is like the price of a cup of coffee nowadays. To get the 40% discount, just go to ground.news/shoe or use the QR code on screen right here, or click the link in the video description down below to subscribe to their Vantage plan today. Big thanks to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad as always.
right? And now, let's get back to the video. In this video, we are going to talk about the drama surrounding Emaru, the people trying to cancel her, the mistake the left is making by embracing cancel culture again. We're gonna read some insane, hilarious tweets, of course, and then we will talk about my personal experience with these people. And what do I mean by these people? I mean the cults of the tribals. I'm sorry if I sound even more like a prepubescent boy in this video. I am already sick, but I am here, slaving over a hot laptop for you. If you guys saw my last video, you know I am quite critical of ICE. I don't think we should abolish it, of course, but I think it is good and healthy to criticize your government. I am a political culture war commentator. I talk about political topics often. People come to me to hear my political opinions. But not everybody wants to be a political YouTuber or streamer. And not everybody wants to listen to a political YouTuber or streamer. Sometimes you just want to have fun and talk about other things. There are lots of other things to talk about. Sometimes you want to look at funny videos or watch funny videos without having politics shoved down our throats. So a lot of people thought it was really refreshing when a cosplay streamer was basically like, I don't want to talk about politics. Why are you coming to me for politics? It was a perfectly sane, rational opinion, so of course like half the internet had a problem with it. It's just not that hard to say nice. It's really not that hard to say nice, to be honest. It's so hard to just say nice. It's really not hard to say nice. Jesus Christ, how hard is it to just say nice? How hard is it to just say nice? How hard is it to just say nice and move on? Oh my god. Just say nice. It's not hard. Is it so hard to just say the line? Say the line. Say it. Jesus Christ, like at this point, even if Emaru did want to like abolish ICE, even if she really didn't think ICE, she shouldn't say it. Like I wouldn't say it at this point because this is just like, this is creepy. This is like a horde of zombies chasing after you. Hey, it's actually super easy to stream and have opinions. I'll show you. ICE, Donald Trump and everyone in his administration, Elon Musk, free Palestine, US will have stolen land built by stolen people, Luigi did nothing wrong, abortionist healthcare, leave trans people the alone. These people literally just speak in bumper stickers, dude. Just like copy-pasting the internet leftist starter pack. What the hell am I looking at? I hate the Reddit ass. Hey, it's super easy. It's crazy like 1,000 years ago, this dude's ancestors were hunting men, and now he's on here like, men should not be speaking like this. I'm sorry. We need another war. The post that really seemed to kick us all off was made by Denim, the self-described largest female political streamer. Only because I don't stream Denim. Because I don't stream. Anyway, I don't have any like personal beef with Denims. This isn't like a full Denims video. We used to be kind of cool years ago, but she apparently has some opinions on Everett, so let's hear her out. Never thought I'd see the day. Fence-sitting, the modern Gestapo. First of all, she's not fence-sitting. She's just choosing not to talk about politics. Like, in order to fence-sit, you actually have to say something. She didn't even say anything. Like, how do you even know what her opinion is? Second of all, modern Gestapo. Why is everything the f***ing Holocaust? It's totally normal to criticize ICE. It's totally understandable to have issues with the things they are doing. But modern Gestapo? Don't you guys get tired of this shit? Like, don't you guys get tired of saying, like, isn't this exhausting after a while? Everything is Nazis, everything is the Holocaust, everyone is Hitler. It's like nothing else bad ever happened in history. Like, what did they used to compare bad things to before World War II? Oh my god, you're literally Napoleon. Also, I love this racist chud. Like, where did the racism part, like, where did that come from? Listen, I don't get on camera and start talking about cars or math or taxes or investing or going outside or plenty of other things I don't know about. I sit here and talk about the gender war and the culture war because I'm good at those things, and that's what people watch me for. That is my lane, and I stay in it. Emaru likes what she's doing. Her audience likes what she's doing. There are plenty of other channels that will regurgitate your political takes back to you. Just turn on the TV. Turn on CNN. Most normal people are sick and tired of celebrities just like spewing their political takes completely unprompted. I don't care what Glub Shido thinks of politics. Land or some shit. Why do you need your political opinions thrown up into your mouth by a celebrity like a fucking baby bird? Like, do you really want Sydney Sweeney throwing up in your mouth? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Please don't answer that. she's right when she says most streamers are not qualified to talk about politics. Okay, here's the thing, dude. You actually don't have to be qualified to talk about politics to say ice. It's not that hard of a concept. You actually don't have to know what you're talking about in order to just say the line. What? You should look into a topic, do your own research, come to your own conclusion, and form your own opinion on the topic. You should not just blindly, mindlessly say the line. You know who doesn't do political content? Cutie Cinderella. Cutie Cinderella literally never does political content. And even she's capable of saying it. What about Cinna? You don't have to be a political creator to recognize that it's not hard to say ice. You don't have to be a political content creator to say the line. Well, notice when you're saying the line, Emery. Why are you saying the line, Emery?
L-ice? Okay, but unironically though, straight up. Yeah, it's them, don't care, and if you don't like that I say that, it's me too. You know what I mean? It's really that easy for me, I'm telling you right now.
There's Emeru's roommate saying the line. Aren't we all proud of her? By the way, where are all her friends during all of this? Where are all her morally righteous, good guy, big streamer friends while this is all going down? While she's being dragged by half the internet for doing absolutely nothing wrong. This girl who literally just came out of an allegedly abusive relationship. This girl who literally just got assaulted, grabbed by some freak at a convention. Now this girl is going through all of this. I guess it's fine to be silent when your friend is getting dragged by half of the internet. But don't you dare stay silent about current thing. I don't even know this woman, and I'm sticking my neck out for her because it pisses me off seeing this kind of shit happen to people who absolutely do not deserve it. If you're above the age of 18, you should care about politics in your f***ing country. You don't get to be like, well, I don't agree with this whole tax system, so I'm just not gonna pay for it. You can't say like, well, I'm just not gonna care about all this politics stuff. When someone doesn't have an opinion on a political topic, people like you might get a little mad. When someone doesn't pay their taxes, the government comes and arrests them. Okay, so that's the difference between those things. There's this weird idea in America especially, where like, you can just be an adult and be like, oh, I don't care about politics. Oh. What? Many people, most people, do not care that much about politics. I know to you and me that's like mind-blowing, that's like unfathomable, because our whole life is politics, our job is politics, like I get it. But most people's lives do not revolve around politics. They do other things other than fighting with strangers online. Crazy, I know. But man, do I envy them. I was so much happier before I knew. Sadly, it is getting harder and harder for the average person to not care about politics because politics is seeping into literally everything. Politics will be bending you over and spreading your cheeks and going in dry whether you want it or not. And unfortunately, the people who are like, I just want to be left alone, are the people who are the most by politics. Also, more importantly, Emma wasn't saying that she doesn't care about politics. She was saying she didn't want to talk about politics. I feel like that is a huge difference. I care a lot about, like, skincare, but I don't get on here and talk about like peptides and collagen to my audience because they don't give a shit. They're here to watch me say feminism is doo-doo and make silly little faces at the camera. Oh, yeah, you like that shit? I hate when grown women don't have a mind of their own. You are 28 years old, please develop a mind of your own. All she does is pander to anime grown men. No mind of her own. I never liked Emeru, so finding out she's stupid and doesn't have a mind of her own is nice. The audacity. If she didn't have a mind of her own, she would have mindlessly parroted the shit you want her to say. She would have mindlessly just been like, guys. If Emeru came out and was like, actually, I think ISIS is doing a fine job, she'd be thinking like, ah, yes, she has a mind of her own. No, absolutely not. They are not angry that she doesn't have an opinion. They are angry that she doesn't have their opinion. The absolute audacity to say that this woman doesn't have a mind of her own, while thousands of people swarm her like drones, barking orders at her to say the line. You guys literally operate like a door. So what I'm gathering is that Emily is a grown woman who acts like a frail, silly little girl to entertain fat, dirty, incel, Asian fetisher weirdos, and is okay with that, but draws the line at saying ice is bad. Emily and Asmund's audience are the same. Incels love Emily because she confirms the image of the anime bimbo stereotype that incels worship. She definitely cultivated an audience who, in the end of all things, are reactionary. She appeals to violent racists who fetishize Asian women. What the f*** is this Asian fetish thing? Are they just saying this because she's f***ing Asian? Like, I'm trying to find a clip of Emeru saying sucky sucky $5 or something, but it doesn't exist. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's not a coincidence that she answered the question this way, and that her fan base consists heavily on Asian fetishes. I don't know where The woman saying this is literally OnlyFans, like an Asian OnlyFans model. Like, I'm sorry, are you really the person to be talking about fetishization here? The most insane part of all of this had to be when her ex-boyfriend, her allegedly abusive ex-boyfriend, posted his own ice in the middle of his ex-girlfriend being canceled for not saying that. Like, how petty do you have to be to subtweet your ex like that? Another character involved in all this is former booby streamer Casey Tron.
It reminds me whenever Amaranth started wearing a cowboy hat, because that's whenever she started going like full Nazi basically. She started wearing the cowboy hat. It's like whenever these Texas girls in like these Austin, Texas streamer circles start wearing cowboy hats, that's whenever you gotta watch out.
A woman in Texas wearing a cowboy hat? Lord, take me out. Take me out back, behind the shed. Put me out of my misery if I ever become this politically brain-rotted. Holy shit.
But you know that she probably has like weird incels donating her hundreds of dollars. It's because, like, in my opinion, like, it's all a facade to appeal to the worst type of men. Because, like, really misogynistic, shitty incel-like men, they like a woman that doesn't have any opinion. I think that she also plays into how a lot of incels will fetishize Asian women. Her whole platform is just like appealing to like the worst fucking men. She's like basically like she's like a pick-me for like incel freaks.
Well, this fucking pick-me shit is gonna be the death of me. Before making this video, I watched a bunch of Emeru stuff, and I saw no signs of like pick-me behavior at all. At least with some streamers or some YouTubers. People will be like, oh, they criticize women, so they're trying to be like one of the good ones. They're not pick me. Like, okay, sure, like, that's retarded. We all know that's retarded. But at least I can like kind of see how is Emerald? She doesn't even do that shit. Like, where is the pick me thing coming from? I don't really know what makes her pick me and not the booby streamer or OnlyFans models calling it. You are literally selling your body for men to consume. If men do not pick pictures of your ass, you can't pay rent. There's no bigger pick-me on earth than a porn star. And me. I don't care about being called a pick-me. I've been doing this for over a decade now. I'm used to it. I've been called it thousands of times. I'm a 35-year-old married mother. I do not give a shit. I do care, however, when other women are called pick-me for the crime of not following a hive mind. I see it so often in, like, the VTuber community. Like, all these VTuber anime women will be called pick-me's for just saying their opinions. You have to understand, like, to these people, whenever a woman has, like, an opinion that is not, like, the corporate HR-approved opinion of the week, whenever a woman doesn't toe the line of the current thing, in this case, whenever a woman doesn't say anything, she's called a pick-me. You know, she just must have these opinions for men. No other reason. Every woman is secretly a big, progressive feminist. And if they're not, they're just doing it for male attention. Because I'm sure someone who looks like this is really starving for male attention.
And then in my opinion, it's like she's not entertaining whatsoever. She's like, I would literally rather watch paint dry.
So true, because you know what is far more entertaining than a cute, high-energy cosplay streamer reacting to memes? This is way more entertaining. And if you don't agree, you're just like an incel. Okay, bitch. Eventually, after a few days of being dogpiled by the most annoying people on Earth, Emerald came out with a statement.
Hello, it's very rare I will speak my mind, but I'd rather get my thoughts out there, so apologies if this is long. There's a clip from my stream that's been circulating a lot, so I'd like to explain it for anyone who is hurt or shocked by it. It should go without saying that no one deserves to live their life in fear of being killed or taken away from their homes or families, regardless of who is doing it, but especially not because of ICE or any other government agency. I understand the world is a very cruel and messed up place. You don't have to study politics or actively read the news to know that. I would never want to invalidate anyone who struggles with those things. And an agency causing fear and suffering deserves zero support. To me, that's not even political. It's basic human empathy.
Now, I thought that statement was perfectly fine. My issue with it is, she didn't have to make it. She was basically forced to come out and say her opinion. So did these freaks finally back off once Emerald made her opinion about ICE clear? No.
Of course not, Nazi responds. TLDR, go f yourself and your PR apology. And there it is. Of fucking course she's another dumb girl, we are not as dumb as you look. You're still a racist child, but continue to enjoy the money you get from your incel audience because they're disgusting, just like you. All I hear is, I support Israel, my name is Emily. Wait, what? I'm a Nazi, and I'm ashamed of my opinions. Everyone knows what's up. She's a fascist in disguise and is squirming. Emily, you are garbage Nazi-loving You got orange around your mouth. Say F you, ass Mengol. If you're neutral, if you're neutral, you might as well say you're MAGA. Stand for something, folks. That's what Trump wants, for everyone to be quiet about it. The idea of get off the internet is so ignorant. This dumb needs to shut her mouth. Thank God her downfall is happening. I've been hating on her since day one and knew something was off about her. Not a good statement. She implicitly disavowed ICE, but not so much the actual Trump admin.
Yeah, you disavowed ICE, but what about the Trump administration? They're like literally the mouse from If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. I was like reading that book to my toddler the other day and I was like, oh my god, this is literally Twitter. You cannot give them an inch, dude.
Of course her incel fans swooping in to protect the poor little 28-year-old.
Ah yes, incels. Known for defending women online. What? What the f does the word incel even mean anymore? Does it just mean man now? It just means man. Man I do not like.
I had no idea this was a thing until yesterday. How come no one told me Emaru low-key a femcel?
Femcel! Emaru's a femcel! Oh my god. Do people just not know what words mean anymore? How are they coming to these conclusions?
I mean, have you looked at her? I mean, look at her. Look at her. Just look at her. Look at her.
Yeah, sorry, I don't see it. I think you guys just might be mentally ill.
We need to do something about these male-centered women.
Okay, first of all, nothing is more male-centered than centering your life around hating men. Men just live rent-free in your fucking head. Take it up with God. Go to therapy. Do literally anything else than make it our problem.
Her, and especially her bestie Asmongold. I hope they get cooked. 30-year-old woman too scared to say Christ to keep her incel audience happy. Let's hope she gets abused again. Couldn't happen to a better person. Next time this cunt is assaulted, I'm gonna laugh and laugh. Her and Tyson, if you support this cunt. Emaru deserved what Miss Gibson did to her. Emaru for supporting ICE. I genuinely hope this bitch gets the— oh, okay. I reported that one. Holy shit. What is wrong with these people?
See, you don't understand. I'm a good guy, which makes it okay for me to say f***ed up things about bad guy. You think saying that to someone is f***ed up? Well, you should be abused too, because you're probably also a bad guy. It's called being on the right side of history, Chud. Look it up.
Nazis deserve death, and silence is compliance.
May I just remind the audience that this is what she said. If you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics and tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, a Nazi that deserves death. What?
After making her terrible statement full of lies, Emily decided to follow right-wing birthday shooting. Of course Emily started following her fellow pathetic for being quiet about ICE. They both don't want to piss off their 100% right-wing female fan base.
For the record, my fan base is probably like 70% right-wing and 80% Gooner. Okay, but for some reason, they didn't mind when I came out and harshly criticized ICE in my last video. Yes, some disagreed, but for the most part, they didn't care. As long as you aren't preaching from an ivory tower with no nuance, rhyme, or reason, people don't care. I'll say some shit like, we should decommodify housing, and the right-wingers in my audience are just like, okay, commie mommy. These people cannot fathom a universe where people just disagree. Oh, you're just scared. You don't upset your chud audience. I upset my chud audience every goddamn day. You're the ones terrified of your own fucking cult. God forbid you only agree with 99% of the hive mind approved opinions. God have mercy on your soul. I do not envy you. Once you bend the knee to these people, once you apologize or capitulate, it's over. These people don't actually want an apology. They want to humiliate you. They want to drag you down. At the end of the day, they have found a socially acceptable way to bully you. That's what this is. A lot of people in response to Emaru's statement were like, why did you apologize to the mob? You know, you bent the knee, you're a coward. And honestly, people don't realize how insane it can get. These people, the cult of the crybaby, they come in swarms, they get in your head, they prey on your empathy, they isolate you from your friends, they make you feel like a terrible person for having milquetoast normal-ass opinions, or in this case, no opinion, and when you are someone who is not used to dealing with these types of people, or you are someone in like a vulnerable state of mind, it is very easy for these cult-like tactics to work. This shit works especially well with women in particular, not to be sexist, but it's just true. Honestly, now that I think about it, the only people who are immune to this are like autistic people. I swear to God, people on the spectrum are immune to the cry bully tactics. What happened is Emeru just saw like a shit ton of people who were mad at her, and she wanted to do the correct thing. Unfortunately, this is just gonna make it worse. And they're moving on to one of their favorite tactics.
The big question in everyone's mind is, well, are you still friends with Asmongold?
While it is appreciated that you are taking a stand and clarifying the clip, you do continue to be vague about how deep your associations with Asmon are. So hopefully you've cut ties with that hate-mongering Nazi troll Asmon, right? Glad you made this and owned up to it, but you're still friends with Asmongold, so it doesn't read as earnest. Almost a decent explanation. But the elephant in the room is that your friendship with Asmongold is holding us back from seeming sincere. Okay, now what about your best friend Asmongold? Denounce Asmon or I'm not taking this seriously. You're friends with Asmongold.
I'm pretty sure she's still friends with Asmongold.
Now, whatever you think of Asmongold, he is friends with Emeru. They are friends, even though they disagree with each other. Crazy, right?
I literally said, like, I don't agree with the things he says. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, fucking shoot him on stream?
Yes, that is what they want you to do. Yes. Around 2018, I was facing nearly daily harassment for being friends with someone who was on the right. Hundreds of people were on my ass like every day. They were calling my job. They got emails of my family members. It was like non-stop. Now, this person was a good friend of mine, but in order to get all these people off my back, I did probably the cringiest thing ever, and I publicly disavowed her. Publicly disavowed a friend of mine over political differences. Now, for those of you who are new here, that sounds like something I would never do, but I did it. I bent the knee to a faceless mob of people who hate me. And in return, I received nothing. The harassment didn't stop, the hate didn't stop. Well, needless to say, karma is real, and the same thing happened to me years later. I was publicly disavowed by friends over political differences. This story ultimately does have a good ending. Me and my friend from 2018, we made up years ago. But looking back on all this in 2026 is extremely embarrassing. And if I knew what I knew now, I would have just told those people to go fuck themselves. But in the moment, it's incredibly stressful, and you just kind of want it all to stop. And you will do whatever you can to make it stop. So I understand why Emily came out and made a statement. I just really hope she doesn't wind up disavowing friends over political differences like I did. It was a huge mistake, and it is not worth it, because you're going to find yourself surrounded by people who see you as a temporary ally and not a real friend. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a never apologize person. You should apologize if you actually do something wrong, if you actually wronged someone, but you shouldn't apologize to like a nebulous, faceless mob of people while facing down a barrel of a gun. There's nothing that she could say and no amount of money she could donate that can convince she's not a soulless fool like all the men she's happily surrounded herself with for years. There's nothing you could ever do to please these people, so why bother? They will not be happy until you kill yourself, and even then they will dance on your grave. And I know, like, with everything going on right now, like, is this really a video about cancel culture in 2026? And it's like, yeah, I don't know. First of all, you should expect that. You can't really see on her video. But second of all, yeah, I feel like this is kind of important to talk about. I feel like this type of thing is part of the reason we are where we are right now. This type of stuff drives people away from the left. And more importantly than that, it's just evil. I saw some leftists covering everyone being canceled, and they were like, the cultural shift is here. Woke 2.0, we don't play around, we're mean now. Woke 2.0, because Woke 1.0 worked out so well for you guys in the country, right? You're supposed to learn from your mistakes, not double down and get worse. I don't know how you can look at the last 10 years and be like, we have got to get more annoying. Like, what are you doing? Attacking normie streamers for not wanting to be involved in political discourse? Also, I feel like this goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm not smearing, like, the left as a whole, okay? This isn't fucking Fox News. This isn't the Nuxanor channel. I'm well aware there are plenty of left-wing people, especially in my audience, who feel the same way I do. I'm talking about a certain faction of the mostly online left. I was about to say it's like a loud minority, but I don't even think it's a minority anymore. I think it's like a majority. Like, I feel like I feel like I'm one of the only ones like holding down the fort. Like me and Anna Kasparian. And every day I'm called a right-wing grifter for being like, hey, maybe we can focus on some issues that like actually affect the working class. You know, things that actually help people, not stupid shit like going after e-girl cosplay streamers. Like, can we just get back to the fact that we are all being ruled by satanic billionaire pedophiles who may or may not be eating children, please? Thank you. In conclusion, Emeru did nothing wrong. People are tired of having politics shoved down their throat, and you don't need to speak about things you don't want to speak about. You don't have to do that. You don't have to say the line, actually. This is mass psychosis. Rivaling on 2020. These people are trying to socially ostracize this woman for not putting like a black square on her Instagram. They're just mad at Emily for not doing like the ice bucket challenge or some shit. Like that's basically what is happening here. If you are going to streamers for political information, you are cooked. If you are going to Shoe1Head for political information, you are deep fried. So that was that little video. If you like my yapping, please subscribe. And if you can, donate to my Patreon down below. It really helps the channel out, and I appreciate it so much. And I will see you guys very soon with a new video. Say it! Oh!
そして一人あるが聞きを追い求めその日私もうわからない今はその後計算しなく調べてによるし
今日はリクエストが多かった歩兵の本領を歌いたいと思います。この曲ですね、10番まであって結構長いんですよね。でもやっぱり10番まで歌いたいなっていう気持ちはすごくあって、 でも、尺的にちょっと長くなっちゃうかなと思いますので、歌詞が変わってるんですよね、この曲で。その歌詞が変わる前の歌詞で歌いたいなと思います。原詞っていうんですか、原詞元々の歌詞のバージョンで歌いたいなと思います。なので「花は吉野のに嵐吹く」っていうのが結構有名だと思うんですけど、歌詞バージョンで歌いたいと思います。またこの10番まで、もちろん歌いたかったんですけれども、ちょっとすみません、5番と、6番だけちょっと飛ばして、あとは1番から2347890と歌っていこうかなと思います。なんかこの曲はその3番の、84箇所にたむろしてっていうのがもともとは74箇所だったそうなんですけど、連帯がこう増えて、84箇所に歌詞が変わったそうなんですけど、時代ごとにねいろいろこうみんなが変えていこうっていうので変わっていったのもいいなと思うので、そちらでもまた歌えたらいいなと思います。今回はもともとの歌詞のままで歌いたいなと思います。この曲できたのが、明治44年、陸軍中央幼年学校、後の、陸軍予科士官学校で、よく歌われていて、100日祭の時に発表されたそうなんですけども、かっこいい曲なので、精一杯歌っていきたいなと思います。頑張ります。それでは聴いてください。歩兵の本領。
JJ.
Smart Bar. Unibeam.
Sting.
Unibeam. Superior attack. Superheroes versus Street Fighter! Are you ready, true believers? Capcom and Marvel have joined forces once again to bring you it's Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter! Survive uncanny adventure! Don't miss out on the enjoyment of a lifetime! Behold, amazing fantasy! Don't miss the most amazing tag team fighting game ever! Are you ready for a new challenger? Now, experience Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter!
Dude, I'm just not efficient, this freaking new guy.
Choose your ultimate mode! Ready, fight!
Here we go.
Energizing. There's a city. Find the clues, and they'll lead you to the lurking wolves.
I don't have any. I can get some though.
What's it say?
I'm gonna pretend I need to kill her.
First of many. They don't know what's coming.
Where the fuck she go? Jet!
They seem trustworthy.
Okay, we need to kill her. Oh wait, and now I can do this.
Can't leave it like this.
Wait, did that cost 2? No, 1. Interesting. But I guess that's easy to conceal. Excuse me. Oh, it's martial arts. I just realised you can't grab her. I forgot you can't grab her. Fuck. With the other girl martial artist too. We've got 2 martial artists. It's not ideal, is it? Let's get you 2, isn't it?
Ready, fight!
Hello.
I love. Oh, good and Tog, good and Morgan.
Hi.
It's Matthew.
I see you're a Japanophile.
Yeah, I am. And I haven't heard that word in a long time, but I'm a Japanophile. I'm also an Americaphile, too. Americaphile. Because I like G.I. Joe, Real American Hero.
I was going to say, instead of Japanophile, do you mostly just hear weeaboo?
No, otaku. I call myself an otaku because I'm born in the 80s. But in the 80s, otaku was a bad word because there was this Japanese serial killer that kidnapped some children, murdered them, and raped them, and that's why otaku was associated with that for a very long time. It used to be a very bad word in Japan. Like, if you called yourself that, women would think you're gross and disgusting and a pedophile. But times have changed, and now now Westerners don't say otaku anymore. They now say weeaboo, or weeb for short. Weeaboo. Do you even know where weeaboo comes from? I don't. I think it comes from a meme.
Yeah. It was actually originally from the Perry Bible Fellowship, which in turn got co-opted into 4chan culture when Japanese was replaced with weeaboo.
If I have a leaflet blanket and a leaflet poster, does that make me a weeb? And I have Japan flag, and I have Emperor of Japan, Canadian military flag, Betsy Ross flag, second flag of Canada, first flag of Canada, American flag, and Canadian military flag, 1939 to 1944, for a good reason. And Berserk. I have the Berserk wall scroll, and then I got my Buddhas too. So am I a Buddha-phile as well? See, I got my Buddhas. I have a crucifix that belonged to my grandmother, but I'm not Catholic. And this one is Muslim, this is Muslim, and this one is Buddhist. And this is the Guanyin statue I bought for my mom for her Mother's Day or birthday, I don't remember, but I saved up my money and I bought this for her. I think it was around $40 to $60 back then. And this one belonged to my parents, my mom, my parents. I bought this one. This belonged to my mom, my parents, and this is my parents. My dad probably bought this in Chinatown back when I was like 10 years old. I've had this probably since I was 10 or 11 years old. And I'm playing Marvel versus... I'm playing video games while streaming on YouTube right now.
Nice.
Yep. I can show you. I'm playing on PS5, and my mom had a PS4 Pro, so I have a PS4 Pro, and I have a PS4 5, and I gave my Muslim friend a PS4 so that he could, and I gave him all my PS4 games, 30 PS4 games plus controllers plus PS4. So I gave it to my Muslim friend's children so they would have a PS4 to play, and he wouldn't have to go out and buy a PlayStation for them. He knew my mom. That's how I knew him. My mom, I met him through my mom, because he would buy cigarettes off my mom. He would buy native Canadian cigarettes off my mom for $5 a pack, and she bought them around $3 to $4 a pack. Like, she bought them for $3 a pack and sold them for like $5 a pack. Anyway, she passed away, so it doesn't matter. I can say that now. And that's how she met him. And then she introduced me to him before I was a Muslim. Yeah, so I gave my PlayStation, and then I also gave him, and I gave him Grand Theft Auto because he likes to play Grand Theft Auto. So I gave him my copy of Grand Theft Auto 5 for PS4. It wasn't Grand Theft Auto 5 also on PS3 because I think I had it on PS3. I don't remember. Oh, okay. I'm playing as a Japanese comedian in Marvel vs. Street Fighter. Yeah, he's a real comedian in real life. They put him in the game. He's a secret character in the Japanese version, but you can't play him in the American version. He was a Japan-only DLC. Yeah, Japan-only option. And since this has the Japanese and American version, I can play as him. I know, yeah, I didn't play as him until I got the collection. This collection is for PS4, but I have it on my PS5. I have both Marvel vs. Capcom collections. I used to have the Street Fighter collection. I don't have it on here, but I'm gonna buy it when it goes on sale for like $7, $10 Canadian. And then I'll have all the Street Fighter games. All the good ones anyways. Including Street Fighter 1, which is really bad. I don't know if you can see my gameplay or not, but it's hard to put it at an angle. Yeah, I kind of lost because I was AFK for a sec while I was talking, so that's why I lost this match. Oh, anyways, if you're interested, my YouTube is Matthew Jeffrey Knight, and my Twitch is Matthew Jeffrey Knight, and my X is Matthew Jeffrey Knight, and my Instagram I think is Matthew Jeffrey Knight. And, yeah, it's all, and yeah. I made my own Discord channel, but the only people in it is me and my friend who's also a mod, and he's a mod on my Twitch account, and he lives in Boston. So he always watches me because he told me I was his #1 watched, I was his #1 watched Twitch streamer for 2024. He watched me more than he watched anyone else, but he rarely types in chat. He just lurks. I'm going to play Wolverine and Spider-Man. This game is hard, it's kicking my ass. I have it set to the hardest difficulty, and then I put it in Japanese, because the Japanese version is harder than the American version. Because Japanese people believe that Americans can handle the hard difficulty, so they had to lower the difficulty for the Western release. That's what they used to do in video games. They used to lower the difficulty for Westerners. Because Westerners couldn't handle the hard difficulty. Yeah, I don't know if you know about that, though. Oh, I can play Tekken 2 for you if you want. I have Tekken 1. I have Tekken 2. On my PS5, I have Tekken 2, Tekken 3, Tekken 6, Tekken 7, and Tekken 8. I don't think I have Tekken 1. I like Tekken 3, that's my favorite. And my all-time probably favorite, like not included modern Tekken games, like 7 and 8. 8 is my favorite, even despite all its shortcomings, it's still my favorite. So my favorite Tekken game is Tekken Tag 1. That's my favorite Tekken game. All the way until Tekken 7 came out, that was my favorite Tekken game. I barely played Tekken 4, because I think I didn't have I think I didn't have a PS2 at the time or something. Or I just never bought it. I didn't have money to buy it or something, I don't remember. Wait, was Tekken 4 on Dreamcast? Oh, okay, I never bought it for PS2, and I had Tekken 5. Okay, so I had Tekken 5, Tekken 6, Tekken 7, and Tekken 8, and I also played Tekken Revolution, and I had Tekken Tag Tournament 2, but I sold it. Because I didn't like it, because I didn't like air combos back then. I hate juggling combos, because I grew up with Tekken 3, which doesn't have juggling combos, where you can't do anything, and it's really boring, and you're just waiting to fall to the ground just to get into a combo again. It's not very exciting, you know. Even though this game is on hard, you can cheese the computer. You can cheese the computer with a basic 2-hit combo. The computer will block it, but like every third hit, it won't block. It might block 3 in a row, but then it won't block the 4th. And occasionally, it won't block the super. Sometimes it blocks it, and sometimes it doesn't. And if you catch them in the super when they're doing a move, it's like, yep, guaranteed hit. Anybody want to talk besides me? I can mute my mic and you guys can talk for a bit if you want.
I lost my train of thought.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm reminded of a video game.
Mortal Kombat, you can cheese the computer too. Even though the computer cheats, the AI literally cheats in Mortal Kombat 2 and does moves that's impossible to do. Only the computer can do it. And it cheeses throws and uppercuts. It doesn't have to duck to do an uppercut, but you have to duck to do an uppercut. And if you try to uppercut the computer will just like block it and then instantly throw you. 1 frame throw. Yeah, the computer has like 1 frame throws, 1 frame moves, So you have to cheese the computer to win, or it will kick your ass over and over again. Because it will block everything, and it will block and counter everything in Mortal Kombat 2 on the hardest difficulty. It's just cheese, and then Shao Kahn breaks the game. Shao Kahn literally has hacks basically that break the game. He literally does things that no other character can do, or you know, or even yeah. But they made it easy because every time he kicks your ass, he starts taunting you, and that's when you hit him. You hit him. You wait for him to, because his character is really cocky, so he's like, "You weak, pathetic fool." And when he says that, that's when you hit him with the combo, right? You have to wait for him to like taunt you and stuff, or pathetic. Man, Shao Kahn, original Shao Kahn voice actor goes so hard. I don't know what happened to the original one, but the original one they had was so badass, man. It's like Kratos is voiced by a black guy, and he does it so well, and nobody complains. Yeah. Well, the thing is, also, people might have played the game before they even knew he was black. They didn't even know he was black. Because most people don't look up the actors in the game, right? That's only something that real nerds do. Tourists would never do that. Unless it's for political reasons. Because they love to drag politics. If they want politics in fucking anime, why don't they go watch fucking Gundam, dude? Gundam has politics. It has anti-war fucking politics. No, I'm talking about anime. Like, if you want politics in your anime, watch Gundam. Gundam is very political. The guy who made it was anti-war. Okay, I have a question for you. Which anime is made by a Japanese World War II veteran? Do you know which animes and manga is made by a Japanese World War II anime and manga? And he even got into the tribal culture, and he was friendly with the black natives, and he recorded their singing, and he would listen to it and drive his other staff crazy. So he'd be listening to tribal music while he's making the manga, and it drove all the other Japanese staff crazy because he would play it over and over again. So which anime is that? It was created by a Japanese World War II veteran. It's a famous one in Japan. No, I didn't. So I'll mute my mic so you can talk. My parents took me to watch the movie in the theater, but I never watched the TV show. I only watched the movie. Okay. Well, you played the main guy. Okay, I was disappointed in the movie because the aliens don't show up until the end, so I was disappointed in Stargate. Oh, because I wanted to see the aliens throughout the whole movie because I watched it when I was a kid. Because the trailer looked so awesome, and then when I watched the movie, the aliens don't really show up to the end of the movie. So I didn't like it that much. Independence Day would be like my favorite movie from that time period. For the alien movie. Independence Day. The aliens show up. Oh, okay. Well, I was only a kid back then. What year did Stargate movie come out? Because I'm born in 1980. airsoft. Or they do Vietnam too. So you got Viet Cong, and then you got Viet Cong versus the Mexico using airsoft. They're all Japanese. I'll post a video. I'll post a video of Japanese airsoft. You guys will love it. You know the airsoft? Sometimes I would get mad. Sometimes I would overcompensate and try to show how tough I am, but I wouldn't go to that. So I have all these. It's not as bad as paintball though. Paintball is worse. Paintball really loses. I would wear like a full suit, and then I'd have a little flat cover that covered covered my dick, so I wouldn't get shot. One Chinese guy said, one guy went out, he's like, oh, I'm fine, I don't need anything, and then he got shot in the balls, and he could barely walk. I only got shot between my legs a few times. But it does happen. I shot this guy in the face multiple times because I was hiding, and then he came through, he's peeking through the window, and I shot him like 3 times right in the face. And he's like, ah! And then I shot this other guy, I shot him. And then I used to bomb him, and shoot them all in the back. Or I get close, so I just got your sword, and I popped it with my I'll put them in the channel.
Superheroes.
I'm streaming on YouTube right now if you want to check it out. Oh wait, die. No nudity. No, you can't have a bare chest on screen.
Okay, but I was just saying you might find this really interesting.
Oh, you're probably right. I probably will.
It has to do with a lawsuit. Circle K employee buys lottery ticket worth millions the day after the drawing.
Oh, Sudbury.
Hello. I'm in Sudbury. How's it going?
You know what he actually did? He found the winning lottery ticket.
I kind of started like borderline thinking.
Someone had bought some tickets and left tickets behind or something. He found the winning ticket when he checked it.
I don't know if they.
And what he did, Matthew, he instantly quit his job, took off his uniform, walked outside, came back as a customer and bought the ticket.
Yeah, I was talking to Gray. We had a little text exchange.
It was $12 million ticket. But, but it's all. But Circle K has some tickets in their corporate office. And the catch is, if someone buys a ticket and it's unclaimed, it actually goes to Circle K. Circle K, the company, not gets involved. And it's all fine.
Yep.
About Catholics. Like, sure, before we had some things that Catholic, acknowledging like Stalin's successes.
Yeah, it's just they're talking right now, so it's hard to hear. Yeah, it's interesting though.
Reportedly already knew.
Just so you know, I'm usually streaming when I'm playing games.
Yeah.
But that's kind of just breaching the line.
Because I've seen as let's just say, that's a little breach on the line a little bit,
Oh, he's a turbo Jew, if anything.
Even Mark Carney has association with Epstein too, the Prime Minister of Canada, the current one. He's on. Yeah, he met him too. I don't know if Justin Trudeau met Epstein, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, I'm sure he has.
I mean, he was so well connected to the point that, he probably was.
You know what's more interesting, though, is the people that aren't in the files, because what have they been doing?
Great.
That could be different. Either people, like, we're not really involved in.
I have a question. Are any Muslims involved with Epstein? Did he associate with Muslims or not? I think he associated with one Arab guy. Yeah, Iran is Shia, and parts of Iraq is Shia too. And they're Shia Muslims, and every year they cry because Ali died. They get together in the mosque and they cry.
Ali? I mean, I said my piece about the Muslims. Like, the thing is, I would have not had much of a problem with Muslims. If Muslims were all out of the Sufis, the one that is like the enlightened sect.
Okay, so if a Muslim says they just want you to see the light, but they don't try to force you into Islam, but they just like tell you about it, would you have and then they leave it at that, would you have a problem with them? Like doing dawah or street preaching?
Not much. I mean, it's not really
okay.
Going, really.
If Muslim,
the problem is how like culturally they behave.
Yeah, they don't like music. Some of them, they don't like music. They don't like this. It's like, why would they go to Japan? Everything about Japan, they don't like. They don't like anything about Japan, except the economic stuff. That's the only thing they like about Japan and Japanese culture.
I'd say one thing, which is really giving and telling about the Shia and Sunni, is that all you see with Shia and Sunni is to discuss what is haram or what's not haram. Is usually telephone haram.
How many Muslims live in the U.S.?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's like 5 million.
5 million? Canada is 1.7 million Muslims at 41 million. 5% of the population.
Population still.
Yeah, we have a lower population at 41 million, but we have 1.7 because it's easy for them to come here because Muslim countries are part of the Commonwealth, and if you're part of the Commonwealth, it's a lot easier to come to Canada. That's why there's so many Indians in Canada, because India is part of the Commonwealth.
Yeah,
and so is Pakistan too, and Bangladesh, and I think maybe Sri Lanka. I don't know. I'd have to ask my Sri Lankan friend.
You're telling me this is all you. This is all Britain's fault.
Yeah, it's all Britain's fault. And the reason why Jamaica... It is. It's the British fault. If there's two fish fighting in the pond, the British will be there.
I would say that it isn't much of British fault. It is more composed of the Canadian government in the sense that...
Oh yeah, it is their fault. They let too many in. Our population used to be 34 million, and under Justin Trudeau, it went up to 41 million, because that's how many immigrants he let into the country. So if I go to Taco Bell, it's all Indian workers at Taco Bell and KFC. All Sikhs and Hindus. And if I go to Tim Hortons, it's white, black Canadians, and people from Nepal, India, and Pakistan, and Afghanistan. White Canadians don't like the Indian students because they take jobs away from white Canadian teenagers. But I don't think white Canadian teenagers really want to work at Tim Hortons all that badly anyway. Who wants to work at Tim Hortons? I wouldn't. Would you? There's a bunch of videos on YouTube saying how Indians have destroyed Tim Hortons, but it's not the Indians, it's the management that has destroyed Tim Hortons because they're too cheap. And they don't make anything fresh anymore. It's all frozen or pre-made. That's what destroys Tim Hortons. Because every time I go and get my coffee, the Indian workers always make it right. In fact, they even make it better than the white or black Canadians. Actually, at my Tim Hortons, they all make the coffee right every time. But last year, they would sometimes put in too much sugar and I couldn't drink it. But this year, they make it right every time I go there. There's only one guy. There's only one Indian guy. Like he's a Sikh. He has a turban. I asked for cream cheese bagel, toasted, and he gave me a plain bagel and charged me for it. And then I had to pay the difference. And then they fixed it and gave me a cream cheese toasted bagel, but I had to pay a little extra $1 or $2 to cover it. They should have just gave it to me for free because the guy messed up. But anyways, it was an English problem because he barely spoke English, unlike the other Indian and Nepalese workers, and that was the problem. They hired someone that could barely speak English, and he couldn't even take my order properly in person. All you have to do is go on Tim Hortons Reddit, and there's Americans and Canadians complaining about how bad Tim Hortons is. That's all they do in the Tim Hortons Reddit. They all whine and complain about how bad Tim Hortons is. That's all they do in that Reddit. And then they post pictures of Tim Hortons in Pakistan, Dubai, and China. There's 300 Tim Hortons in China, and I think Texas has like 30 of them. I don't know, or the U.S. has 30. I don't know. Yeah, but the Tim Hortons in Texas looks better than a Toronto Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons looks better in every other country except for Canada, where it came from. So the quality's gone down in Canada, but the quality went up overseas. Yeah. What state do you live in? What state do you live in? Do you know French Dixieland? Have you heard Dixieland in French? No. Okay, I'll post it in the chat so you can listen to it. It's more of a love song though, because that's the way the French people are. They like love songs. Yeah. I'm not French though. Are you Cajun? Are you Cajun? No. Oh, did you move to Louisiana? Oh, but you know Louisiana, there's French speakers in Louisiana, right? But the American force. Yeah, but the American government, they banned the French language, and that's why you don't speak French. Because they banned it in schools, and you got punished in school if you spoke French. So their French is really like hard. Yeah, they banned it in the 50s and 60s. Yeah, no French. It's at least French is your heritage, because all the Acadians were deported from Canada and Nova Scotia to Louisiana. That's why there's so many French speakers there in the past, because they got deported there by the British as punishment. They lost the war. The French lost the war, and then the British. You know the Acadians? Do you know Louisiana history? Okay. So did you know there was a lot of mulattoes who also owned slaves and were part of the upper class? Yeah, Rolling Stones made a song about a slave having sex with a slave girl.
Yeah, some crazy shit here, like with that shit, like the slave shit in the mirror, bro. I'm about to order some fucking slaves.
Hey, well, if you go to Africa, you can own slaves. There's some places in Africa they still practice slavery.
Middle East too.
Oh yeah, actually they cut down on that. They cut down. They changed the law. They can't take the passports away anymore. I think they're trying to change things because they're modernizing. They can't take their passports anymore because Westerners don't like that. So I guess the Middle East is the next one to get wokeified if they don't resist.
Well, obviously, I don't think slavery should be of that.
Have you met any woke Muslims? Have you met woke Muslims?
Have I met a woke Muslim?
Yeah. They're probably white people or white women that convert to Islam and then try to change the religion and say it's okay to be transgender when it's not.
Oh, I saw that on video.
Yeah, there's a white girl saying how you can't kill trans people and all this, blah, 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 and you're spreading hatred of the religion, which is true.
There's just like one transgender that were trying to claim to be Muslim. I'm like,
there's more than one. There's more than one for sure. There's transgenders, and they're wearing the burqa too. They're like they're wearing a niqab and like a burqa, and they're going on about how it's okay to be transgender and Muslim. But I could post a video of what a Muslim scholar says about that if you want to hear the truth and not the woke bullshit. They're trying to corrupt Islam now. First they corrupted Christianity, now Islam is next, and the Muslims hate it.
This is cool, I guess.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm a Muslim revert, but I get most of my information on Islam from YouTube because I can't sit still and read. I'll show you. I'll show you the video. I'll post the video for you. You guys will find it, and then you can look up if anime is haram or halal. That's funny too.
There's a Bible manga.
Yeah, there is a Bible manga. I used to have it. Why? And I had a Buddhist manga too. No, I had a Buddhist manga. Manga was originally made by Buddhist monks in Japan. They were the first ones to make manga in Japan.
Japan was quite Buddhist.
Yeah, and the reason why they made it is so that children could learn about Buddhism. That's why they made it. It was to promote Buddhism.
And became I know the only major his name mangaka.
Okay, I'm gonna post a video about.
Is like the Trigun creator is like Christian, I think.
Okay, I posted a video about transgender who accepts Islam. So if you want to watch it, you can hear what an actual Muslim scholar has to say about it. And I think, yeah, it's funny. Guess what? Muslims don't go by. You know how Muslims judge you on gender? They go by you're assigned at birth. So if you're assigned male at birth, they think of you as a man. So technically speaking, a hijabi is allowed to shake hands with a trans woman, but they're not allowed to shake hands with a trans. No. They're allowed to shake hands with a trans man, but they're not allowed to shake hands with a trans woman. Does that make sense?
That's funny.
No, it's just because they go by biological gender. That's why. So if you're biologically male, so a trans woman would have to go and pray with the male Muslims, and a trans man would have to pray with the female Muslims if they converted to Islam. And then they would have to detransition if they can afford to detransition, they would have to detransition. If they can't afford to detransition, they don't have to. But they would have to cut their hair, like a trans woman would have to cut their hair like a man, and they would have to live as a man, and they would have to use a male name like Matthew, for example. And they would have to wear male clothing. They would have to wear the same clothes like what I'm wearing right now. They would have to dress like a male too, even if they got a sex change. Because unfortunately, you can't undo it. There's certain things you just can't undo. But the things you can undo, or if you have the money to undo it, then you're expected to. It's just like if you have tattoos, those are haram. But you don't have. If you revert to Islam, you can keep your tattoos. But if you have the money, and if it's safe to get rid of the tattoos, and you can afford it, then you should get rid of the tattoos. But if it's dangerous, or if you can't afford to, then you don't have to remove the tattoos. But having tattoos in a mosque can cause a lot of problems. Because some Muslims don't understand their own religion. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
I took my medication last night and I passed out during the Discord. When I was in Discord, I passed straight out. And then my friend came in my room and helped me into my bed. And I almost threw up too. I thought I was gonna choke because I almost threw up when I stood up, and I thought I was gonna throw up. I thought I was gonna choke. Oh, I think I scared them away.
Simba. We'll put your coat on, Simba. Simba. Simba, go and put your coat on. Simba. Put your coat on.
I lost about 3 of them already today, like since yesterday, because I'm so bipolar, I don't remember where I put them. Okay, I drank coffee, and I drank some coffee, and I'm going close, so I went up by 2 pounds. I went from 205 to 207. And then I'll go back down again after I do my workout and get more dehydrated. I don't eat until after sunset, but I drink water or milk during the day. So I am fasting. I just can't fast with water. But I don't even have to fast because I have bipolar. So I'm exempted from fasting because I'm on medication. I'm just choosing to fast to lose weight and to reduce the amount of food I eat. I just have one meal, and I eat till I'm full, and then I stop. Like if I feel full, I stop, and it doesn't take a lot of food because I don't eat a lot of food. So right now I'm burning more calories than I'm taking in. I've been doing this since January. So I lost right now. I would say I lost about 23 pounds since January. But then again, because I'm going to the gym, I'm probably going to gain weight because I'm going to build muscle. It's because I go to the gym like 5 days a week, so I'm going to end up building more muscle, and then muscle weighs more than fat. I think I weigh more than Jake Paul, or Jake Paul weighs the same as I do. I don't remember. I think he's like 204 pounds in the boxing game. He's a cruiserweight, not a heavyweight. I guess I was a heavyweight. I don't know. Someone hacked into my YouTube and deleted all my videos. Oh, that was a Reddit. Yeah, now watch out. But YouTube can recover the videos. Because even if you delete a video, I think they still have access to the video on the server. So you can't delete videos. YouTube will still have it, like as a backup. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true. Okay, I'll let you guys talk. I'm going to take a break from talking because I'm getting tired and dehydrated.
That's a great. You know what's the funny thing I've known about Canada, or at least learned some time ago?
What's the funniest thing you learned?
It was in relation to the Ukrainian immigrants.
Yeah?
In a sense that I had a conversation with like a schizophrenic pregnant guy.
Oh, yeah. Banned from what? Oh. I thought you was banned from Canada. You can get banned from Canada if you lie about your legal status. Oh, okay. You know how long it takes to become a Canadian citizen? 3 years. It used to be 5 years, and they lowered it to 3 years. So only 3 years, and you can become Canadian, and you can be dual citizen with the U.S. and America and Canada if you want. So then what you do is when you want to go to the hospital, you fly to Canada, so you don't have to pay for anything, but you have to live in the province for 6 months. So you can get free health care, and then after you get health care, you just go back to the U.S. That's assuming you have a place to stay in Canada for 6 months. You don't have to be citizen to get universal health care. You just have to live in a province for 6 months. So immigrants can get health care. And if they don't qualify, then they have to pay by cash. So if you're an immigrant in Canada and you haven't lived in Ontario for only 3 months, if you go to the hospital, you have to pay in cash or a debit card or like credit card. It's not free for illegals.
Yeah, the thing is,
emergency is free.
In that conversation, the Canadian guy complained that Ukrainian immigrants basically receive all the like cushy jobs and top of welfare.
Yeah, they do that. I can do that too. I'm allowed to work on. I'm not on welfare. I'm on disability insurance, but I'm allowed to make $6,000 a year. If I make more than $6,000 a year, then I lose my CPP, which is only about $1,000 a month. And then I get OBSP, so that raises it up to around $1,500 a month. And then I have children benefit, which covers my medication, and then I get the carbon tax refund, which was only $150. Although I think I should get more because I don't drive. Because I don't drive a car, I should get more for tax. I should get more than someone who drives a car. Because I'm doing what they want me to do. I'm not driving a car, and I walk or take the bus. Or I get my dad to drive me in his Toyota. I guess the carbon rebate is for people who spend a lot in carbon taxes. That's since I don't pay any carbon taxes because I don't buy gasoline. That's why they get it. And my dad pays all the bills in his name. $700 a month for all our bills because the house is already paid off. And the property tax is $200 a month. Oh, I heard.
now I'm just to chill. To get my eye a little bit recovered.
Alright, man. Just tell me how.
Just, you know, sad, like, if I still pop up, things like left eye.
Oh, damn. Yo, Matthew, I sent you a friend request because you're Japanese. And nice berserker beanie that you have on, too.
Oh, you want to see something else?
Yeah, what you got? Oh, you got guts.
I got more than that. I'll show you something else, brother.
All right, yo, Matthew, I sent